How to Find Happiness by Abraham Hicks. In this video, it's going to be a 4-part video series explaining how to find happiness from Abraham Hicks, blank, blank, and blank. 4 of some of the greatest minds in my opinion, and how they all have a different opinion. They will agree on some things, but they all have a slightly different opinion. And I want you to understand that so that we're living from our mind and heart set. And I recently set up a group on Clubhouse about living from our mind and heart set and aligning our thoughts with our actions. And if it works for you, then it works. So these are 4 people that I all agree with, but they all have a slightly different outlook. And for some things, I agree more with the other 3, or one of the other ones. And for other things, I agree more with Abraham Hicks. So as I said, in this video, you're going to be finding out How to Find Happiness by Abraham Hicks. Welcome back to another video. I am Max Hindle I. I help entrepreneurs reprogram their life, rewire their minds for happiness, success, abundance, fulfillment, confidence, you name it, I do it. And before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post. But other than that, let's find out How to Find Happiness by Abraham Hicks. So I've followed Abraham Hicks for a while now, and you may be familiar with her from the book The Secret and associating the law of attraction to Abraham Hicks. Now, in my opinion, when I say the law of attraction, it's kind of what she teaches. She just is the law of attraction. She just is it. You want anything law of attraction, you go to her. Now, obviously, if you're on this page, you find some law of attraction stuff, and you can find some very beneficial stuff. And I personally like the bridge between the science and the spirituality to prove the law of attraction, even though I did always believe the law of attraction before I understood the science. I'm quite out there. I kind of like that stuff, and if you watch these videos, I hope you are too, and we can connect. What's up? So I'm going to be explaining what I've taken away from her books, her videos, her content, so that I can explain exactly how she believes how to find happiness, what happiness is, and just overall the realistic version of the law of attraction in her words. And as I said, if you're watching this video after the other 4 have come out, click up here and click the card so that you can go and watch the other 4 to see these other 3, to see their other perspectives. But let's get into it. So Abraham Hicks says, when you make the decision and you have no resistance, that's when it comes to you. You make that decision to say, and I was talking about this with a few people earlier, you make that decision to say, I am going to manifest X. More money, a car, a house, a relationship, a job, a lottery win, whatever it is. And when you have no resistance whatsoever, then you begin to attract all these things into your life. So you're probably thinking, how does this tie into happiness? And essentially, Abraham Hicks' version of happiness and her word for word exactly what she says about what happiness is, you only get happy from happy. You only get abundance from abundance. So in other words, you will ask someone, how did you become so happy? And essentially what they will say, even though they won't be saying this word for word, they will say, I was happy before I was happy. And again, I was speaking about this earlier about law of attraction. It doesn't really make sense, but it kind of does. Because in order to create happiness in your life, you must feel happy. In order to create abundance, you must feel abundant. And even people that don't believe in the law of attraction or anything spiritual, they would have, let's say it was just a business person who didn't believe any of that, they would have embodied what it is like to be abundant running this huge company and earning loads of money. They would have embodied it. Subconsciously, consciously, I don't know. Whether they call it visualization, whatever they want to do, they embodied the feeling of how it would feel in order to attract what they want in their life. So if you want to be happy in life, you will only get happy from happy. You have to become, embody, embrace happiness. And whether that is literally writing in the comments down below, what does happiness mean to you? And figuring out why. And this is a side note, this isn't necessarily from her work, but why is it you want it? Why is it you want to be happy? Why is it you want this abundance? I'm really digging deeper. And again, if you want any help with that, just let me know. Send me a message on Instagram. But just digging deeper to why it is you want the happiness. Because when you figure out why you want it, a lot of the time we think something will give us happiness when we can just embody the emotion, and then we don't need that external source to make us happy. We can have it already. Because happiness is already within you and me. It's already there. We just have to maybe dig it out, maybe we have to polish it off, maybe just have to pick it up, we have to put it on our mantelpiece so that we can be happy. So the next part of actually creating happiness is you have to be ready for the idea of happiness. And that doesn't mean that you want to be ready. That doesn't mean you want happiness. That's not being ready. And you may have heard it, what luck really is, which is opportunity meeting preparation. Now, obviously there's those other ones like people have said to me before, well, what about lottery winnings? You prepared, you took action, you went to do it. But let's take lottery winnings out of this for the time being and go with people who are success, that have created success, businesses, YouTube channels, all these kind of amazing things that people have done. And they've generated abundance, they've generated jobs for other people, they've generated security for themselves and their family. So when Abraham Hicks says ready for the idea, what she really means is your vibrational attunement, your vibrational alignment, your vibrational frequency can accept happiness. Now, when I work with someone, I will always say, I can help you put a subconscious program into your subconscious mind. A new one of confidence, happiness, fulfillment, success, whatever it is, and I can. But if you do not accept it, and you do not act as if you have it, and not just like acting as if as like, oh, fake it till you make it, like actually taking action to become that person, that subconscious program will eventually die. And just the exact same, if that which you want, and this is from Abraham Hicks, this is not from me, if that which you want is a certain vibrational frequency, let's say it's 700 on the vibrational scale, let's say it's 700 or 600, and you're down at 400. You say you want happiness. Saying you want it is brilliant, and that's amazing that you do want that, because you deserve it at the end of the day. And you deserve to have that. We all deserve to have that. But if you do not vibrationally match 700, what you want is not what you're going to get. What you're going to get is where you are at. And in order to create, you must change your vibration. Now, how do we change our vibration? And if you want any information on that, I've got a video up here, that side, I think. I've got a video up there that explains 8 different ways of how you can change your vibration, how you can increase your vibration. And if you already watch Abraham Hicks, you'll understand that she talks about the vortex a lot. And the vortex, in my opinion, is just, it's just good energy. It's just where everything just happens just as you want. That which you want comes to you, because you don't have to try for it. It just naturally flows to you. And you essentially, again, her words, ready yourself for the vortex by focusing on things that feel good, by creating and generating things that feel good. How can you create more goodness? How can you create more positive and powerful energy in your life? Is it going to be listening to the news 24/7? Is it going to be getting in arguments and fights every day? Is it going to be hating on other people and judging other people? Or would it be exercising every day? Could it be eating healthy and high vibrational foods? Could it be connecting with people on social media in person and having those conversations and really connecting and drawing in with each other and creating abundance, collaborating, creating friendships, creating relationships with people? And the way that Abraham Hicks tells you to do this, she says, take those handful. So what I want you to do right now, just take that handful of good things in your life. And if you say there's no good things, there are some good things. I promise you. We just have to dig for them. We're alive. If you're watching this, maybe, well, if you're watching it, you can see. If you're hearing it, you can hear. Even if you don't have one of the other senses, we still have something to be grateful for. And again, that's not taking it away from you saying that that you've got it easy, because maybe you do not, and I completely appreciate that. But there are good things that we can find in our life. So I want you to, again, grab that, those handful of things that we can appreciate. I want you to drive them into the ground so that they plant those seeds and those trees grow. Because essentially what we focus on, where our focus goes, energy flows. And have you ever had, again, this is what Abraham Hicks was talking about, have you ever had a funny joke, or you've just done something and accomplished something and you just want to tell everyone? And when you tell them, they're like, yeah, you've already told me like 3 times. And they start to get fed up. That's where you want to get to. You want to be focusing your conscious awareness till eventually it becomes a subconscious program, and I will speak about that at the end, so that you can every single day be focusing on the desire. you can be focusing on the emotional and the feeling it will give you, the emotion and the feeling it will give you to already have this in your life. Because as she said, happiness is living from intuition. Happiness is living and being stuck in traffic, taking a random road that you don't know and ending up skipping all that traffic. Happiness is letting someone in front of you to buy a scratch card and you buying the next one, the exact same one, and you winning a fortune on that next one. Happiness really is those little alignment things that just pop up. And if we weren't in that feel-good factor and we're not conversating about these type of things, having a conversation about how birds are a sign, a certain bird, a magpie, and then you come in, you go into your garden and the first thing you see right by your door is a magpie. If you never had that conversation, that magpie meant nothing. But if you had that conversation, that magpie is a sign. So essentially, you have to be vibrationally up to speed. And vibrationally up to speed just means figuring out where you need to be and matching your energy to that. Does that mean cutting off some relationships? Potentially. As I said, watching that video on how to raise your vibration, there's many different things that you can do. Does that mean focusing on negative or focusing more on positive? This is where I may differ from my opinion with Abraham Hicks. Not saying she's wrong, because it works for her. But I truly believe we have to appreciate some of the bad in life. And we do. And I know she does appreciate that there's yin and yang. But when she talks about it, maybe there's a lot more positive. And some people will believe it. And if that resonates with you, listen to her. Don't listen to what I'm saying about it if it doesn't resonate with you. I know this works for me. And I say, I personally use a lot of the negative to boost me where I am. I use it to impact me. I use it to grow, to help me grow. To get what I want, to get where I need to be. I do use a lot of negative. But then when I focus on the positive, I just feel better. So why not today, starting today, drop a comment below. What is one thing you're going to be focused on as of today? What is one thing you're going to choose to focus your intention on so that you become that energy? So in short, happiness is created by the art of feeling happy. That's essentially what it is. And you attract what you feel. So when you choose to feel high vibrational, when you choose to feel inspired, impacted, when you choose to feel worthy, deserving, when you choose to be giving, living from service, that's when everything that you want comes to you. Because you are deserving, again, this is all Abraham, you are deserving of all greatness in life. You are deserving of all abundance in life. We just tend to be subconsciously programmed to think we don't deserve it. And not necessarily on purpose from these people that are around us, but our programming from 0 to 7 is done by our environment, the people we're around, the things we listen to, the information we consume, and the things we watch and the experiences we go through. So your parents could have said something that landed a subconscious program in here that is preventing you from getting the success you deserve, that is preventing you from getting the self-love you deserve, that is preventing you from getting all that you deserve in life. And how do you get it? You remove those subconscious programs. And I won't go too much into detail with it about what I do. If you watch my videos, you already know. But that's exactly what I help people do. I help them reprogram their subconscious mind, as you heard at the start, for happiness, success, abundance, fulfillment, confidence, you name it, I do it. But usually to release things like anxiety, trauma, fears, worries, stresses, phobias, all that kind of stuff, focusing mainly on trauma, anxiety, and fears. And if that's something of interest to you, head over to my website and schedule in a subconscious mind analysis or a strategy call so that we can see if it's a fit for you. And if it is, let me know. But other than that, look out for the other 3 videos, the 3 mystery people. And have an absolutely amazing day. Keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity.